Delphinus the Dolphin.
Welcome to Stargazers. I'm Dean Regas, astronomer from the Cincinnati Observatory.
And I'm James Albury, director of the Kika Silva Pla Planetarium in Gainesville, Florida. Now that we're well into the summer months, this is a wonderful time to get outside with the family and gaze at the stars.
That's right, James. We always encourage our fellow stargazers to enjoy the night sky together with their families. You can make it a tradition, and the summer sky is rich with star patterns you can see with the naked eye.
We always talk about the big constellations like Cygnus, Aquila, and Lyra. However, there's a tiny little constellation in the same part of the sky that you've probably always seen, but never knew its name or its story.
That constellation is Delphinus the Dolphin. Let's show you. Okay, we have our skies set up for just after sunset facing east. High in the sky, you can see the familiar pattern of the summer triangle. The brightest star of the group is Vega, and it's near the top of the triangle.
Then, down and to the right of Vega is the bright star Altair, and down and to the left of Vega is Deneb. These three stars will help you find Delphinus the Dolphin.
If you draw a line between Deneb and Altair, below it, almost halfway between the two stars, is a small diamond-shaped constellation made up of 5 stars. If you have trouble seeing it at first, you can use a technique known as averted vision. Simply look at Altair, and in your peripheral vision, you can see the small grouping of stars that make up Delphinus.
My favorite story of Delphinus involves a singer and poet named Arion. He was so skilled at playing the harp and had such an amazing singing voice that it made him very popular during the 7th century BC.
Arion was so popular that he had concerts throughout the Mediterranean. However, one day, on his way home to Greece after a gig in southern Italy, the sailors on his ship conspired against him. They plotted to kill him and take the money he'd earned.
That's not very nice.
No, it wasn't. Now, finding himself surrounded, Arion begged the sailors to allow him to sing one last song. Fortunately for Arion, the sailors allowed this, and he performed one of the best songs of his life.
While Arion played his harp and sang, his music attracted several dolphins to the ship. They swam alongside the ship as Arion performed, and in a daring leap of faith, Arion threw himself overboard.
One of the dolphins rescued Arion and carried him all the way back to Greece, saving his life. In gratitude to the dolphin, Apollo, the god of music and poetry, placed an image of the dolphin in the sky among the stars of the Milky Way, and also placed an image of Arion's harp, Lyra, in the same region.
All right, let's take a closer look at the stars that make up Delphinus. Okay, we again have our skies set up for any night this week, just after sunset. As we zoom in on Delphinus, you can see 5 stars that make up the body and tail of the dolphin. The 4 stars making the body of the dolphin are also known as Job's coffin. The star on the far left is Al-Salib, also known as Gamma Delphini. It's a binary star system 101 light-years from us.
Traveling clockwise, we have Alpha and Beta Delphini. These stars also have the names Suolocene and Rotanev, which are Nicholas and Venator spelled backwards. These are the Latinized names in honor of the 19th century director of the Palermo Observatory who snuck his name onto these stars. Very crafty.
Yeah. Suolocene is 240 light-years away, and Rotanev is 97 light-years distant. The last star in the body of Delphinus is Al-Uqud, also known as Delta Delphini, and it's a binary star system 223 light-years away.
And lastly, we have Epsilon Delphini, making Delphinus's tail. This star is appropriately called Deneb Dolphim, meaning Deneb as the tail, and Dolphim meaning dolphin. It's a solitary blue-white giant star 330 light-years away and over 670 times as bright as our sun.
So there you have it, a daring and dazzling dolphin to grace your summer nights.
It's definitely a reason to keep looking up.